You gotta be tough. So you can go through those hard times and be okay. Because I think the way is, man, a lot of guys aren't gonna make it. I think the offing rates are gonna go up. I think the obesity rates are gonna go up. Loneliness is gonna go up. A lot of people are gonna hop on antidepressants. It's gonna keep going up. So you gotta wake up and make the right changes, dog. The average man is cooked, and it's only going to continue to get worse. This is gonna be a very important video. I'm gonna keep it brief, but we're gonna touch on a lot of things. So we all know that the average man is struggling when it comes to dating, when it comes to him mentally, physically, financially. The average man is in disrepair. And see, a lot of people are hoping for things to just fall out the sky and get better, but I promise you, if you don't take the actions to take control of your life, it's going to get worse, especially for my brothers in America. I think a lot of Americans are unaware that America is on the decline, and it's inevitable. You know, every empire must fall, and the way it's looking, it looks like the guy in office now, he's going to speed that up. You can only bully people around for so long until they find an alternative. So America is definitely on the decline, you know, and now we'll see how they go about it. We'll see how they handle business, but I think it's just a matter of time. Countries are getting away from the dollar, so financially it's going to get harder for a lot of people. And, you know, we see it in America now, man. A lot of guys are struggling to get their bills paid. You see a lot of guys are suffering mentally. You see the quality of food is dropping very fast, man. What you used to get 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, it's like, man, I remember even my coconut water, man. I remember I used to get this coconut water, it'd be like $1. Now that same coconut water is like $2. And that was just like a span of 4 or 5 years. You know, and I think once shit hits the fan, it's slowly getting there. But I think it's just gonna keep getting worse. And so you guys, you need to find a way to get your money together. Stop buying all the bullshit. Because I promise you, if you don't learn how to really get good with your money now, you're gonna suffer. You're going to suffer. Stop buying all the extra bullshit trying to impress people. This is the time to really lock in and only spend money when it's bringing you a return. Can you splurge every now and then, enjoy your life? Absolutely. But it's more important now than ever, because if I had to say, shit's really gonna get hard. Shit's really gonna get tough, especially if you're in America in the next two to probably 8 years. I'd say that's like the window. You know, I'm no expert, but what I look at, I'm saying that's about, you know, the longest we're gonna drag this out is 8 years, I say. But realistically, I think 2-3 years, shit's really gonna start hitting the fan. Inflation is gonna get worse, and you're gonna see just a lot of foolishness going on. I think a lot of people are waking up and seeing how the people that run stuff, they're not really for the people, you know. And that kind of concerns me, because it's like, we in America, we don't have certain things we should have. You know, the standard of living should be a lot better. And I'm not saying that I'm ungrateful for the way we are in America, but you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, America, we're the best country in the world. And even when I talked about it in previous videos, I had people in the comment section like, yeah, America's the best country. I can't see how people complain and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, we have it better than the vast majority of people. But at the same time, it should be better. If we're on the top, it should be better. Because I'm like, if we're on the top, you know, when it comes to the US dollar and stuff like that and trade, now that's been declining. We're not at the top anymore. But I'm saying, if we at the top and people still struggling with like medical bills, people still struggling to pay for college, people are still struggling to get through the day by day, how will it be when shit truly hits the fan? And that's why a lot of you guys have to wake up and realize the system is not for you. And I always tell you guys this. The system is not for you to live a good life, for you to live a happy life. It's for you to be a number in the system and keep it going. It's for you to go to work. They don't care how happy you are. They don't care what food you eat. They'd rather have you pass away by 65 so you don't retire and then get your little pensions. They'd rather have you die before you get your money. And like I said, now you see some of these politicians talking about, oh, people need to work till 70. People need to work till 70. You see, when people stop working, they tend to pass away. I've heard politicians say that, and it's sad. It's sad because when you open your eyes, you start to really realize how full of shit the people that run stuff are. How they really don't have any concern for human life. So that's why I always tell you guys, you have to love yourself. You have to care about yourself. You see, they divide and conquer. You know, everybody's like arguing. It's men versus women. It's left versus right. But it's like, dog, it shouldn't even be like that. And they have to do that by design, because if we all woke up, it'll be against these people that go to this island touching kids versus the regular people, the good people of the world. It wouldn't be about left versus right. It's like, no, we should all be able to agree on certain things. Like, we don't want to fund this war. We don't want to pay for this. Because I bet you, if you ask the average American, I think a lot of people already know this. If you ask the average American, oh, do you want to fund this country so we can fund a war? They say, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's never been more blatantly obvious, dog. But I tell you guys all that to say this, man. You got to lock in, and you got to love yourself, and you got to care about yourself. You got to get your financial situation right. You got to start getting your diet right. Because I promise you, a lot of these companies, they're going to cut corners to stay standing as long as they can. And I think the quality of food is going to keep dropping. The pay that these jobs are paying, they're going to keep dropping. So you have to build yourself up. Because I think being an average man, you're already getting screwed now, but you're really going to get screwed in 2 to 8 years, I say. It's going to be very bad, you know? So you have to focus on yourself and love yourself more now than ever before. Because shit's really going to hit the fan, and you know what to say. Weak men create hard times. And I think we're about to hit those hard times because the men have been so weak. Our so-called leaders have failed us greatly. You know, and like I said, every empire must fall, but I think things are going to get very bad, you know, very bad very soon. And like I said, you see a lot of people complaining now, struggling with bills, like, make smart decisions. Start spending your money on things that are going to make you a return. You know, because I'm leaving my job in a month, and I'm like, I might just take that 401k out and like really try to invest in that. That might just be my startup money for the YouTube. Because I'm like, I don't trust this system at all. By the time I'm 59 and a half, I don't have faith. I don't have faith. And then once you learn like a little bit more about history, not the history that your country taught you, but the world history, you start looking into it from different angles, you realize, like, I don't think this is gonna stand for too long. So I tell you guys all that to say, man, open your eyes and realize shit is gonna get tougher. So you gotta be tough, so you can go through those hard times and be okay. Because I think the way shit is, man, a lot of guys aren't gonna make it. I think the offing rates are gonna go up. I think the obesity rates are gonna go up. Loneliness is gonna go up. A lot of people are gonna hop on antidepressants. It's gonna keep going up. So you gotta wake up and make the right changes, dog. Get in that gym. Start drinking more water. Start putting healthy foods in your body. Start giving yourself positive messaging. Get around good people, man, because a lot of these people are gonna be downright negative. You know, they're gonna be sick and negative, man, and you just need to stay away from those people, man. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Like I said, kept it real brief. But I just want to say, like, shit is going to get worse, man. So you can either complain or you can make changes. But life for an average man, especially if you're in America, it's going to be very shitty. It's already shitty now. It's going to get worse, man.